So I wanted to do a video. So all right, so with these videos recently, I've just been pressing play on the video, right? I have an idea of what I would like to speak on, but so today I've been conversations have come. I would say in last week, right, with the reminders of us being able to regulate ourselves, our emotions, our nervous system. But recently I've been delving a bit more into nervous system regulation and how our nervous system takes on certain traumas, right? Certain drama, certain trauma, certain chaos in itself. I call them scripts even, or stories, agreements. And it can take a while for us to unpack these things from our nervous system. I gave the example of my cell phone, and I was dealing with that for a while. Yeah, I was dealing with that from a third phone before the one that I mentioned. And yeah, it just made me realize how easy it is to just go through life experiencing what we experience and never really processing it. We just kind of like slide into the next thing, right? The next experience. And if indeed our based on quantum physics and all the sciences, yeah, but especially quantum physics and just the study of nature itself too. Again, we based on a law of correspondence and these internal frequencies that we have, our internal frequency ultimately has a sway and a direction in how things actually materialize in our physical reality, right? Through our perception. So the easiest example I gave recently was with the car park, right? Traveling into town, some people's belief is that they'll struggle to find a parking spot, and so they do. And it confirms that for them. While others may, you know, they might not be, they might be neutral about it. They don't really care. Like, they know that ultimately, I guess, through assumption, they're gonna find a spot regardless. And so, because they don't have an emotional attachment to that outcome of not finding a parking spot, they do find a parking spot. And so that can be extrapolated to all aspects of our lives as well. And another example is seeing, let's say, I know some people say that some if they have a particular color car, all of a sudden they start seeing other people with the same color and model of the car. It may have different variations, right? But similar color or same color, same model. And I believe they call that confirmation bias, where the mind actually looks for things that confirms the belief. But yeah, it's brought me to a realization of these programs within our subconscious mind, these scripts playing out, and they just run. And in order for us to shift this, We have to acknowledge them. We have to look at them. We have to regulate the nervous system. And in doing things like deep breathing, doing meditation, and meditation could involve breathing deeply, just focusing on the breath. Um, some people are actually, some people stay with that for a while, right? For me, it started out with me actually not doing that. I think it started with more guided meditation, so more visual, because I'm very visual. I'm a visual learner, so I'm very good at visualizing, right? And so I took a liking to that a bit more, but I eventually then started getting into more focusing on the breath and stuff like that after a little while of realizing the power in just that alone. And so yeah, I mean, one of the things that we can do is getting into a state of relaxation, really breathing deeply into the body and having that presence within the moment to really settle in and feel into the parts of ourselves that feel tight, parts of ourselves that may not feel comfortable with certain things. You may not even feel comfortable sitting in that moment and just breathing. It may be uncomfortable. And for me, it started off like that. It started off very uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable with sitting and relaxing. I had to control how my mind, where my mind went. Yeah. But with some inner work, I changed that. Yeah. But that, all that was need to control. Being afraid of losing control. I guess that would be. But yeah, the word of the day, relax. Things are going to be okay. Yeah. Things will be okay.